still, there's like, look at this, his mines are just sitting here. Like, I understand right now, Classic is trying to harass down at Keen's base as well. So, you know, obviously there's some multitasking that's definitely being, you know, preyed upon here by Keen and the fact that Classic's having a hard time. But this has been a little bit lackluster on how well he's defended. Like the Phoenixes and Oracles not responding to drops quite as quickly as you'd like.
Yeah, even though Rasmus looks a little bit better there for Keen, he's still down about 10 workers. So continue to take these losses. Dev's just running in. I don't know if that's the right attack pattern you want to enter, but now he's coming back in again through the workers.
He's still trying to get this harassment done, but I do like that Classic is kind of identifying that there's no kill time to take out Keen, and he's going into blink. He's getting his
Classic
Protoss
again.
tech on the way here as well. Continue to harass a little bit.
What's going on there? Like we're trying to jam. I'm trying to save everything, but a bit more bit now, and the big not by the liberator any longer. Workers will finally get out, but
Ồ, quả Harat tuyệt vời, Classic. Nhưng bên kia của em cũng đang Harat, nhưng không sao, đép được rồi. Tiếp tục Harat. Wow, wow. Lại Harat ở ngoài. Rồi, tiêu Medivac. Rồi, đã đép thành công. Quay lại trên màn hình kia nhìn không được nét. Cũng may là mạng này nó ổn. Rồi, một chú lính lang thang đi đâu không biết. Rồi, chú lính lang thang đã bị ăn thịt. Quản lý map hay thật, rất là hay. Center 4 bên kia mới có 3 gate, bên này Protoss 3 gate rồi. Gì đấy? Quản lý nhất tuyệt thật. Rồi đang đập cái đá là đi đến đường đi. Rồi. Wow, đã complete attack cộng 2 Storm.
Exact build be executed by Protoss versus Terran.
You know, this is it's like he's getting all the good stuff, right? It's kind of funny. Like he opened with the Phoenix Adept. His defense was not as good as I would have liked to see, but it was good enough that he is now taking up completely. He's getting the Psy Storm. A couple disruptors are like basically what he's doing is saying, I can't die. And the icing on the cake of I can't die is a few Tempests in your army with an Oracle or two to tag the opposing areas. So very good play coming out of Classic here, but There's a Ghost Academy that just finished up. A lot of liberation being made by Keen. So as long as he plays a really strong positional game, he's definitely still in this.
And look at those ranged liberators already shutting down fighting there at that fourth
bị
base.
đánh đằng sau lưng.
Defensively setting up, stitching up the ramp. This is going to be so difficult. He's caught classic out of position.
And look at this. I love this. And I guess he will deal with these liberators, but they slowed everything down a lot. They even killed off a Colossus. And this is allowing these Marauders to get some damage done, picking off key textures.
Storm,
And at the
Storm.
end of the day, he is just going to be able to pick
Ôi
up.
gặp hết được lên hay quá.
Oh, what direction was that?
Yeah, that is not the escape path you're looking for. Now, there are a couple of High Templars here. Feedback storms, they are available. Looks like
Rồi dụng mày bắt, dụng tiếp mày bắt, dụng. Ô không dụng.
God, he actually saves all three of those full medevacs.
Well, it's a good thing the full ones, like, those jukes though really did cost him a bit. I don't think he loses really any medevacs if that doesn't occur. But Ghosts and Vikings being added. Okay, so the Viking aspect of this is, I think, the most difficult thing to really talk about because, like, Vikings are somewhat countered here. You tag them and then you have, you know, your.
Sao nó không để hiện cột máu lên nhỉ, để cho dễ nhìn nhỉ? Rõ dụng. Nhưng vấn đề là còn con viên đầu mai ở ngay cái con ram ở trên.
Not much strength on the ground army because you have like a lot of Vikings, a lot of liberators, and you Ghosts mix in as well. And it's like, okay, this is so technical. It gets really hard to use that because if you're caught out of position even one time, your ground army gets very small.
Yeah, very difficult to protect, you know, those technical ground, like the Ghosts especially. A lot of control here. These are actually very high-tech armies on both sides.
Yeah.
Somewhat abnormally slow. Look at all those Marauders, man. Oh my God. First time I've seen Marines get that outnumbered. I think it's actually just Marauder Ghosts. Maybe there's a couple Marines mixed in. But here come the Vikings coming around. What are those for? Is that just to clear the pathway for more liberators?
It's a good question. You might be right about that. Like, I'm not exactly sure why those Vikings are up there, to be honest. Like, maybe they're looking for something, or maybe they wanted to make sure nothing was there so a drop could occur, but then he saw units, so he dropped on top of the units.
So the Captain Ahab Vikings are trying to hunt down that shark in the distance, but they don't know they can't shoot him yet.
By the way, this is... I talk about this concept of like supreme light game where you get absolutely exactly everything you want.
Toán con giữa nó nó không đánh tiếp.
One of the versions of that kind of for this matchup. Like battle cruisers are another thing that we can't really talk about because it takes a completely different game to get there. But like they both have so much good stuff right now.
Well, forcing the overcharge off there at the Cathedral, and now getting dropped everything in the main. That's a huge by army, and Classic's not moving.
Nhà không có gì, không có gì để đép, không có gì để đép cả, đổi nhà.
And he actually hold on here at this planetary. This is going to be the best defensible location he has. 3 Tempests flying in, so he can work down these liberators, but it's going to take a lot of time.
Oh, and he's not moving in very carefully. And in the meantime, he's losing everything in his main base. Almost all of his tech going down. More Marauders at the front.
Truly a good game out of Keen right here. I love this poking. These Vikings are buying a lot of time, and with the liberators there, you just cannot engage. So this attempted base trade is not going Classic's way.
Oh, definitely not. Artosis.
Cái này giờ nhà tan nát rồi.
This main will be emptied, ravaged, razed by this entire back at home. I mean, Classics
chạy về.
completely pulled back.
Yeah, he's coming back right now to clean this up, but he has taken massive damage and dealt none. So this has become a very Keen-focused game. Like he's in great shape after this. It's a strong draw for Keen, and Classic is halfway out the map. So it was a hard choice. It was a hard choice on what to do. But if you're attacking into a planetary and they already have range on their liberators, you better have enough, like enough anti-liberator tech, enough Tempests there to just wreck everything really fast.
Oh, canceling +2 ground weapons right there, and shutting down most of these gateways. Classic's army, you can just see him making 2,500 minerals right now.
He's not even making units.
He doesn't really have many buildings to make units with at this point. Keen has made sure of that. It's still a strong army for Classic, but he's being outmaneuvered. He's truthfully being outplayed.
Well, his air army might just be too strong. So many Vikings just walking right up to the Tempest, the Colossus, pushing both of them back, and look at the damage from this bio moving forward.
Oh, the Vikings right now picking off absolutely everything that matters. There's going to be nothing left for Classic coming up here, and Keen is just moving in for the kill. He's going up to 6 bases during all this.
Oh my God. While meanwhile, Classic has only 2, really only maybe 1 at this point if the natural or the third's mined out. And here we go, trying to blink over, get behind these Liberators. Did a decent job picking them up, but very good on the defense. Great reaction by Keen.
Nice, even EMPs being thrown out. These Vikings being worth a lot right now, picking off multiple Colossus. And another base for Classic gonna fall, it looks like, right? So this will bring him down to like 1 Nexus. It's really not mining. Classic is allowed to GG at any point now. Like, he is super duper dead.
Yeah, I can't even deal with the Liberators. There's too many Vikings buffering for them. There with the GG. Keen taking out Classic in game number 1.
Yeah, it was a really good game on both sides. They both kind of got up to ultimate but I guess when I look at this from the Protoss perspective, the defense of Classic was a little bit off, and as you pointed out, like, he still had a good probe count. He was ahead on workers a little bit. He was doing some counter rest, so that was nice. But just like his Phoenix movement, his orbital tag, all that felt like it was slightly off on the early defense. And maybe if that had gone a bit better, the mid game would have been strong for him. His Colossus would have come out quicker. Maybe he would have gained more map control at that point. Pressured Keen a bit more, but he just kind of kept the edge from that.
Yeah, it all came down to that big decision to defend the base. You get just 1 player, a bit more Keen. So coming into game number 2 on Proxima Station, I mean, this is where Keen completes the upset, right? A lot of people predicting Classic just based on their head-to-head. Is the stronger player. We'll see if he can bring things back here in game number 2.
Yeah, well, it's Proxima Station. Definitely could go either way on this map. Very joggable for Terran, but not too hard for Protoss to get a bunch of bases.
Yeah, so we might actually get a chance to see another example of that hyper late game fantasy situation. So, I don't know. I mean, Classic's got a little bit of a do-over if he does get back to that late game. Can he bring it back? Let's go ahead and find out as we load into our second map of the series, Keen versus Classic.
Rồi, trận thứ 2 bắt đầu.
The Terran player.
Cố lên, Classic ơi.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can get the second one right. All right. Maybe we won't actually introduce our second player ever again in the GSL.
Yeah, Classic
okay.
is a good intro.
Second time to charm. All right, the red Protoss player, hopefully getting an intro. He is Classic.
All right, pretty snap. So yeah, that was a solid game out of Keen.
Yeah.
Definitely can show those upsets, and I think he played well overall. I don't like particularly the type of style and strategy he was doing against Adept Phoenix, but you know, sometimes it works out.
That's very true. It's a difficult argument when you talk about results-oriented, logic. It's like, if you win, does that mean you did a good build? Like, well,
No, it doesn't.
No, you can win with terrible builds, but if all you care about is winning, then okay, congratulations.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's more to StarCraft II than just strategy. There's execution, multitasking,
But it's a strategy game, Artosis.
Yeah. Oh, strategy is a huge part of it, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he did better. Even if theoretically, strategically, it wasn't the perfect type of play that you see TY do.
Right. I actually really wish that there would be some tournaments where it's like audience participation, where you play with no name tags on, and you have to guess which players are playing. Because you know that, like, the 4 horsemen, like the big Terran players out there, each one of those plays such a distinct style that you can just automatically pick up exactly who's going to be playing. But I think for a lot of our other Terran players, especially guys like Keen, it's just a little bit odd to see some of their patterns unfold, because it definitely is not as locked in as our top 4 players.
Yeah. I would agree with you on this. Like, if you look at like a Keen or a Bunny, it's a lot harder to tell who they are. I feel like if you give me the 4 horsemen alive, Gumiho, Who's that other Terran? Rihanna, that's really good.
Right.
Those guys, I feel like I can pretty much just always, you know, they have such distinct styles from each other, right? And sometimes there's overlap, of course, and sometimes Marlin will look similar, or Marlin or Hive or something
But
like
at
that.
that point, when you're that high up, you really just have those other players to learn from. So even though you have a style, you're like, well, this guy just wins all these games with this strategy. I can't use that strategy, it's too strong, and I have to play to my style. No, you're just going to use that strat. So,
Yeah.
So let's find out what's coming up here for our two players. Just going to go 1-1-1 and pretty much the same build here for Keen.
Yeah, this is kind of like the standard for the matchup. It's very safe. It gives you potential to damage your opponent. Classic playing differently though here. Looks like it's going to be a very fast Dark Templar draw, and this has made a slight return lately. There's definitely been many periods throughout StarCraft II where Dark Templar drops have gained popularity against Terran, and it's kind of funny to see them being revived right now slightly.
Yeah, especially because I've been casting a whole lot more Brood War lately. It's kind of interesting to see that that kind of style, because it comes out way faster in the older versions, but here in StarCraft II, it's kind of been phased out, just now making a resurgence, like you're saying. So always kind of interesting, because I mean, DTs are that unit you can just win the game with. If your opponent can't detect them, it's like, oh, I don't have any scans, guess you kill all my workers.
Yeah, like for instance, if you have 2-3 DTs in their base and they have just dropped their mills and they don't have a turret, you win. That's it. It's over. But, you know, the fact that they always have a scanner if they haven't dropped a mill, you know, that makes it so dangerous to do as well, because if they do nothing, then you are behind, and it's going to be hard because your splash damage is nowhere near. You don't have splash damage tech.
Right.
You have like a smaller army because you spent so much money on this, so it just gets complicated.
Fly block there for a second. Any second now. There we go. All right. Finally able to build units, but I mean, little hiccups like that can make a big difference. First Dark Templars getting warped in, and
oh my God, this is I was actually not even looking. This is a drilling claws rush. That's a crazy move, and we'll talk more about that.
Unfortunately, Widow Mines aren't like Spider Mines and don't detect DTs automatically.
Rồi lại ôi tích cầm nè, nó tích cầm nè.
Maximum defense mode.
Yeah, it looks like he might have one
Nhấc
scan right
lên.
now, so this could do a lot of damage. Actually starting to work on some Marines there with that Dark Templar, probably just on an auto attack.
Needs to focus down the SCVs building those turrets. Looks like one scan will finally be
Scan
used there just
luôn.
to kill off that one DT. Kill off the turret too, though. So see how much damage you can get done. Not a whole lot of actual unit kills there. 6 SCVs is a decent number.
Yeah, 6 kills so far. He's caused a bunch of lost mine time. He's getting a depot right here. You just got another depot. Like, he's getting some things done. A Raven's on the way to completely deal with this. But
Rồi
so
xong,
far, I
mình
would
xin
not
nhầm
be
nữa.
completely sad with this.
Chạy né ra, đúng rồi, né ra. Có thể là 1-1 chăng? Lại gấp đi, đúng rồi.
By the way, it's kind of wild that there's a Viking out who still hasn't killed this person.
À, có con soi tàng hình rồi.
About the end of that harassment. Oh my God,
Có con soi tàng hình rồi.
Drop comes in.
Got precisely 1 probe.
That's
not sure if that's worth.
Yeah. By the way, we were so caught up with the DT drop build that we didn't get to talk about this really quick drilling clause. That's something we almost never see, and it's kind of neat because Protosses are very good at solving middle mine drops, but drilling clause, you can't even react. You have to like pre-react almost because they just slip into the ground.
Indeed they do.
It's like dropping a bar of soap. It's just like bam, it's gone.
Into a ground made of warm pudding.
Rồi ra xịt cái này nó.
Right in there. Perfect analogy, Randy. Good job. Thanks, our toasters. You're so kind to me. You know, that's nice to take. All right. Here we go. Auto turret harass. Almost as effective as the Widow Mine.
Yeah. Not really finding that damage quite yet. You know, as long as he keeps making Widow Mines this game, it's still kind of cool, right? But
I mean, drilling claws is kind of like that Dark Templar blink upgrade. You never really see it. I mean, I guess it's a little bit more popular than that. But it's so
Thả, thả cái,
it's
thả.
like an upgrade that you get if you're like going mech.
Yeah.
Or like battle cruisers or something like that. It's pretty rare other than that. Like, easy as it can be good. Like against Zerg, if you get it, that can be pretty nice.
Yeah, and just because it didn't work out here does not mean it's, you know, a bad build.
Hình đẳng cấp công nghệ
There's a
đó.
lot going on this game, so you know, it's hard to focus on your Widow mine drop if you got 8 DTs in your base.
That is quite true. Wasn't able to. He was thrown off by that DT drop, no doubt about that. Classic now with this third base, he's blocked all harassment really from
Rồi.
Keen. The one thing that we definitely can say about Keen, an area that he's leading in, is his upgrades. He's got 2-1, and that's going to be finishing
Đánh chắc kèo thật
just
đấy.
after +1 from his opponent. So being up
Protoss
2
chạy qua được
upgrades,
đấy. Đó,
he's
đúng rồi, kéo loạt quân qua được rồi, còn ở nhà vẫn cứ ra quân để
I'm
đép.
not sure exactly what the cutoff point there for 1 or 2 shotting units is
Đúng
based on
rồi.
those upgrades. But
Cái đống đó
more
làm gì
upgrades
nhằm
is
nhò
still
gì
good
bục
for
hết
Protoss.
luôn.
especially with Terran, when your Marines shoot as quickly as they do, definitely a very big deal when splash damage has not yet come into it for Protoss.
Yeah, I mean, he's just now working on Glaze, which is definitely not splash damage. So this is going to be a really strong push for Keen here coming up. His infrastructure is very intact. I mean, there are a sizable number of those Immortals who can do a good job buffering, but I'm not even sure that we're going to get to see that as the Adepts look for aggressive shades.
Yeah, he does not want to screw around with that right now.
Tiến vào luôn, đúng rồi.
You know, it's too bad because Keen went down this tech route that he's just not using right now. Having a hard time in some ways.
Good defense there at the natural there. Having the Liberators already pre-set up and not enough Stalkers to really get in there and press that
Nhìn
advantage.
thấy, đã nhìn
These
thấy.
drops, he's not
À, chưa nhìn thấy.
Yeah, we'll see if he can maybe run in and kill some probes or something, but right now Classic
Ồ,
continuing to tech up. He's gonna
dính
go into
rồi,
crosshairs
dính rồi,
into
dính
the
rồi.
base as
Kịp,
well.
kịp không? Kịp, kịp.
And probe traffic
Đúng
jam.
rồi, xong,
It's rush hour and you can't get out alive. 9 probes going down.
xong, xong. Ui, chạy nhanh
Nice
thế.
little run by actually, and those Marines.
Mà là score đâu.
A lot of time. This was an okay drop.
Rồi, ok,
At
xong.
least keeping him off
Quá
his back
đẹp,
for
quá
a
đơn
bit.
giản, easy.
Definitely, you know, having to run away from his own third base while your opponent's taking his fourth is not a good place to be in as Keen here.
Hà rát chỗ
But
nào đây?
I feel like for Keen to win this game, it's
Xem ông
going
Hà
to
rát chỗ nào.
be long from here.
There's these Nigerian runners.
Úi
They
giời,
tend to run like a
cắm
million miles.
Libertor để
Tarahara,
đép.
I think it's called. They run like 200 miles without stopping.
Đúng rồi, thả xuống.
Mexico, yeah, did not know that. There we go, Mexico. I think
Quá,
there's
tiếp
also,
một đống nữa.
African versions of them. But either way,
Chạy ra
that's what
ngoài.
those Marines reminded me of. There's all right, your mission is, should you choose to accept it, is to run as fast as you can all the way through the Protoss base.
Hay, 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 quá hay.
Get some more number instructions.
Xếp, quá hay, xếp, quá hay.
Then they get stimmed and forced running. They're not in control of their bodies. Big shade in there under
Rồi,
all these
good
liberation
game.
zones. That's a lot of value.
Good
for
game,
the
good
Liberators.
game.
It might just be too much Protoss.
Going
Good
forward there,
game,
but as
good
his
game.
marauders come down, he's going to be able to pick off all the Stalkers at least, but those Immortals really starting to clean up right now. Auto turrets coming down, more
Rồi,
units
ra
being
nào
brought
xử
in
lý
as
luôn.
well.
Immortals are good units, Protoss. They do remain alive, as their names would suggest. On the ground,
Rồi,
but
quay lại.
very even trade on
Ô,
both
vẫn
sides.
scan để làm gì?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Làm
there's
gì
just
còn
so
quân
many
đâu.
roads
À, lại
on
kéo
the
quân giống như
other
này.
side of the map right now. He's going into his Colossus tech. He kept his Immortals
Hết
alive,
tài
which is
nguyên.
really, really valuable. And it's just like Keen got reset. All his tech units are gone.
Yeah,
Không,
I mean,
Pro
it's just
tranh còn
about
nhiều mà.
plus
Karasua.
armor right now.
Nào đi tiếp, tại cũng phải sang tiếp. À,
Very big difference. So yeah, like you said, not a lot of tech coming out here for Keen, whereas
Tech
two
cầm la.
Colossus at a time coming out for Classic.
And that's just a good place to be in. He's got a lot of map control. How does Keen come back and win this game? It's a
Nghệ
tough
thuật
one to
đáng
answer
kể.
right now, right? Because his army supply is so
Đập.
low, but right now
Hai,
Classic is at least
ba.
spread out very well.
Phát một con,
This is
đập.
episode 2, Revenge
Lời rồi,
DT.
lời rồi.
I guess that's actually
Lời rồi.
It's counting.
Lời tiếp
He's
rồi,
gonna
lời
get
rồi.
unfettered access to this mineral line, 6 skills, and even more on
Lời
the
rồi.
way.
Yeah, he's kind of going to town right now.
Okay,
Yeah, DT
but
gets
no.
cleaned up finally, but definitely worth a lot right there. Double Prism coming up. Keen continuing to try to upgrade, but
Khoác print thôi.
Keen is in such a bad spot, man. Look at the supply.
Indeed.
Look at that
As
supply.
we are wont to do, Artosis, so somebody made an overlay that just has a picture of Todd's face right up there by the supply looking at it. Like, yes,
Đồng lắm,
this is what
chưa
we're
được.
going to do.
Phải thêm quân nữa,
so, I
thêm
mean,
army
his
nữa
defense
được.
is pretty good, but now he has to face off against, was that 4 Colossi coming his way, 2 Immortals left on the ground.
Rồi, tập trung.
Lots of those Adept things.
Yeah, those Adept things things are pretty good, I heard.
I enjoy building my fair share of adept things.
Yeah.
I myself am adept things at some things.
Ra lại.
You're quite adept things at some things. All right, this attack is incoming. It's normally I'd call this an anti-type.
Chắc phải quay về. Ơ chạy vào kìa.
Such a good army that he can kind of.
À, trừ Ra hai quyền vương.
I think the army supply really tells the story here.
Yeah.
It's over double there for Classic, and he is certainly in a great spot now. Of course,
Xử luôn đống ở nhà rồi. Một game.
There it is, GG, Classic.
Một đều. Công nhận hai chiến thuật hay đó. Một đều.
Both series, game 3 so far, very nice and tight contested group at the moment. Definitely like Classics play a bit better this game. You know, unfortunately, that drilling clause rush not really doing what he was trying to do with it, right?
Yeah, it's got one code kill. It's like, okay, well, yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, he's kind of struggling to deal with DTs in his barrel on its Classic. Very well executed. I don't think there's anything extremely impressive about that game for Classic, but very solid, very well played, and it's good enough to take him to our second game 3 of the night.
Right, Daybreak will be the map. Definitely
anyone. It's over double there for Classic.
Actually, based on the 2 games you just watched, you have someone that you're thinking is going to take
this? He really surprised me with game number 1. Decision making seemed a little bit slow there for Classic, so let's find out. Game number 3 coming up.
Bottom left.
Beat me to it. Now we got a biover.
I do kind of agree with you. Like, I really liked his play in game 1 in a lot of ways. So if he were to take that, I wouldn't be super surprised. But Classic is, well, this guy here finding himself.
6 spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
That same guy is playing in this game as was playing in our last 2 in the series.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, somebody's angry about that.
Oh, for sure.
I watched this movie 8 times, but I didn't know it ended that way.
So, here we are. Okay, so for your ideal situation in the group, who do you want to win here?
You know, I think Keen is a little bit of an underdog, but say I'm one of those, 6 Scarlet fans out there. I've got, I know it's been cured, but Scarlet Fever, and I just really want her to advance. Well, her games versus Terran have seemed a little bit off, especially in her offline performances. Still maybe a little bit of PTSD from that Alliance series, which is really frustrating to watch. Last time she played GSL. So, maybe, if you take a game off of stats and even look super good, maybe I want Classic to advance. And I know that, at least comparatively, Scarlet has beat Keen in, like I said, a show match or an invitational a couple of weeks ago. So she definitely knows how to play that play style, and I think Keen may be a little bit of a weaker player overall. And I think it's kind of not statistically wise to vote against Classic, given how far ahead he is in this matchup. So I think actually Classic will win. I think that might actually be the best option for Scarlet to play against.
Okay, so if Classic wins here, who do you want Scarlet to play against in the match? The final match, if she beats Keen?
Probably Classic.
Okay.
I don't think you want to play against stats again. I mean, she did very, very well.
Yeah.
Stats, maybe
khắp bản đồ, quét khắp bản đồ.
We'll find out next game.
That is the scary thing, right? Because I think we all agree that Stats is better than Classic.
Right.
I don't think by a huge amount, but he is better. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about is that Classic is the closest Protoss that we have right now, really, to like SOS style. He's like pretty aggressive. He does a lot of like Sentry, Adept stuff, cheesy stuff against Zerg. So I wonder if the more macro-ish player Stats, she would have a better chance. Because this is just kind of like a weird theory.
In that one macro game that they did play, Scarlet just knew exactly what to do. Perfect pressure, kept it on, and really, really well played. So I think if you play against a slower style, maybe that benefits you. But game number 1, she died. Game number 3, had great defense, but couldn't keep it up for a long period of time. So I don't know our choices. It's an interesting thought. Back to the matter at hand.
Keep going.
It's like we've either written off Keen or Classic. You don't know which one.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed with Keen team. I still think it's an uphill battle right as that Reaper jumps up the hill, illustrating my point.
Indeed, it does. Gotta get in here and see exactly what he expects. An Oracle on a Phoenix on the way.
I expect you to die, Reaper.
Yeah.
He does get taken out there.
Reaper's lives are very short-lived when they have to check if there's an Oracle coming. But at least he checks it. Very, very fast third base coming up.
Đã
Of
bây
course,
giờ
what we see from
rồi
Keen here is
quất một
very
bóng.
bio-heavy early on.
Nice Oracle controlling several SCVs.
Cứu được mấy em.
Don't want to commit to turrets, obviously, quite this early. I see a lot of Terran players when I'm just watching ladder or stream, especially if you're going up against players that you know might just go for a crazy amount of early oracles. You just get insanely early turrets. I'm like, well, that's actually not very economically sound decision making there, but whatever you gotta do. And I mean, this Oracle, all you can do is watch. I didn't mean to misgender the Oracle. All the Oracle can do is watch as the.
I believe Oracles have female pilots, don't they? I believe that.
I don't even know what the Oracle portrait looks like. I don't play Protoss a lot.
I play Protoss. I don't remember 100% what it looks like either. Actually, I don't really look at portraits very much.
But you don't have them turned on
even less
so you can see a 3D portrait while you're microing.
I actually do have that on, but I don't look at it.
All right, first overcharge is going to be used there. Lots of Marines here. There is Stim. It's going to finish, move forward, try to take out a few of these Adept. That's pretty good against smaller amounts of Marines. A double overcharge will defend that Nexus.
Oh my, 2 Oracles coming in right now. Very swift micro, pulling those Oracles back as well.
Great control and not enough Marines. They're going to get shaded on, and every Marine's going to die here for game.
Yeah, this was cool. It's one of those brothers we were talking about before. You're out of here. But look at that. Ooh, brutal. Classic taking it. Very strong defense.
Yeah, I mean, when you lose that many Marines, those are just naked Marines for the most part. And they do have those armor suits, but upgrade-wise, they had Stim, and then they just kind of walked in and died against a lot of things that kill Marines really well.
Well said. Well said. Okay, so let's take a look at the breakdown of what this game is right now. Classic killed 6 SCVs and a bunch of Marines, losing almost nothing. He's getting glaives right now. He has a lot of gates and 3 bases. Keen is actually going up to 5 racks on 1 base, so that means super heavy bio.
Đóng băng kìa, chơi chiều đóng băng kìa.
Okay, on 1 expedition is what I mean.
It's like 5 racks on 1 base. It's cool, right?
Yeah, it's like what?
Rồi đã nghiên cứu xong.
Thankfully, our Toast I've cast a bunch of brood war, so I know how 5 racks
Nghiên
work.
cứu xong
But yeah, it's
tốc
going to be
độ
so
cho
much bio.
Adept.
But of course, all his tech is a little bit later because of how quickly he got the he went up to 3 racks right away and stuff. So he's playing against this kind of Phoenix Adept with a super bio heavy. So I'm not really liking Keen's position too much. Now if he stays pretty turtle, he can do it. But if he starts moving out like he was in game 1,
We'll see if he is turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Artosis, Keen, that was a terrible move.
I'll take this turtle card, man.
Phải bay trên đầu đi.
So I mean, he's going this bio heavy style, but he just lost a huge chunk of early bio. I mean, especially as those upgrades keep finishing for Marines, they just get so much more valuable and you just lose a big chunk of them early.
Nó sẽ quản map
really
khá tốt.
fetters your
Rồi đã phát hiện ra, quay lại.
super scared of the pylon.
Yeah. Oh no! Overcharge out of nowhere.
The mothership core is just sitting right behind him for no reason.
Vẫn vác cái cục gì trên đầu.
Exactly, man. What a psychic classic on point.
1-1 just now starting for Classic, whereas it's finishing up for Keen, that +1 armor to add to his already +1 attack. And he's not overcommitting anywhere. I like this. He's just kind of massing up, getting a lot of Widow Mines on quite a few Marauders. I love the fact that he has 3 tech labs on 5 racks. Really good stuff.
Yeah, turns out Adepts do not kill Marauders very quickly.
No.
I mean, vice versa as well, but just about staying alive. All right, here comes the big push in there. Need to burrow that Widow Mine. Nice force fields, but not going to pick off too many. See if he completes this shade. Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, and of course
Rồi xong. Hay.
The same supply of bio against Phoenix Adept. And I mean, I'm sorry I keep talking to Zero off about that, but this is where Phoenix Adept really shows its strength.
Rồi mê đi vắc làm xuống.
Last second decision making. Instead taking a right. Heading into the main, lots of adepts there to defend it. Looks like Keen's army is about to get cleaned up.
Yeah, it's going down 100%. All the medevacs.
Rồi xong cả ba em medivac hy sinh.
So that is
Hai
not
vòng
a
tiếp
good
theo
place
sang.
to be whatsoever. Look at how
Thiệt hại quá nhiều.
That is insane. That is insane no matter what. Even if you make the worst decisions, that's crazy. It was like only 5 adepts died. Wow.
Pretty good at units. All right.
Đổi 5 Adept lên 47 qua 47 cái EU. Lại tiếp tục đưa Oracle sang.
That's about all he's done. Liberators, I think I just saw Liberators start to come out.
Yeah, I think so.
Classic quản nhấp khá tốt.
Right now, already Colossus is on the way for Classic,
Yeah.
so...
Đóng bằng ấy lại chỉ sang thả băng cả.
Being aggressive against Phoenix Adept, and I mean, I think he played really well, but to
Không
engage
nhìn
with
thấy.
like 75 army spy against 75, you can't
Không
be
nhìn
doing
thấy.
this against the Adepts. This is what they want. This is what Protoss wants. He played exactly how Classic would choose for him to play.
So many adepts. Looks like that Widow Mine will be neutralized pretty effectively. And yeah, like you said, early Colossus already out and on the way. Widow Mine might see exactly where they are, but there's not a lot that Keen can do.
Now the spot King getting up pretty high right now. He's super all in though, of course, with only the 2 command centers. Eventually, if this game goes on longer, he'll have to actually pick up and move the main one out to another location.
Yeah, Classic's going to see all that with that adept getting in. Good scan will at least give Keen positional awareness. He might be thinking about trying to go all the way to the main to snipe some stuff, but not everything can fit in those 2 men.
No, it can't. If you can kill off the sport bases,
Ôi rồi, cái bầy này tan rồi.
looks like that will go down.
Tan bầy.
All right, a little bit of value there, but I think at some point Classic just decides to kill it.
Tan bầy.
Yeah, I think you're basically right. Like, get 2-2, blink, get your 3rd Colossus out. I mean, this army is just nutso. There's not even really that many medevacs out because he lost so many with the initial push. He's forced to make the
Còn đội đứng đầu hết, vì đứng đầu hết.
He's trying to tech up and get his own 2-2, but like Classic has a huge window where he can kill Keen.
I mean, Keen is just really looking a little bit too far forward to the future. He's getting triple upgrades, a Ghost Academy as well. For Ghosts that would be insanely expensive on this economy, he is going to get the 3rd base up to just attempt to, but right on time, Classic's there with a Warpin.
Not going to get anything done with that Warpin, unfortunately. He's going to clean it up rather quickly. And he does get his 3rd base mining, which is nice. That 2-2 should be finishing pretty soon as well, but Classic's army is really, really fearsome.
Indeed, it is actually kind of interesting to see that the army supplies are pretty close, but I think it's about the quality of the supply.
Yeah, the quality of the supply is definitely...
the soup does not always tell the truth, guys. Sometimes it's a little dishonest.
You gotta look at the upgrades and the quality and, you know, all that stuff. Okay, a big shade in right
Xong
now.
đúng này.
On top of some of these mines and
Xong đúng này.
Colossus is dealing huge
Xong
amounts
đúng
of
này.
damage. SCV's being pulled as that command center is lifted for a bigger arc. But there's a huge arc here on the depths as well.
And it looks like all that's sustained.
Xong 2-1 win cho Classic.
And advance 2-1 to the winners.
It was really a good hold early on by Classic, but that one move out of Keen around 75 army supply was absolutely his downfall. From there, Classic just played a flawless game and took a victory because there was not a way that Keen was going to be able to stop that after that blunder.
And there are definitely players who get given victories sometimes. Classic reached out, took it, and to be fair, Keen did lose quite a bit of bio early on with that style. I feel like he kept alive. Maybe things work out differently. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Be back. Stats is Classic.
PVP, sau PVP